If you think buying a brand new construction home means smooth sailing, think again. Builders might not tell you the hidden costs, the contract fine print that protects them, not you, or the construction shortcuts that I've personally seen that could cost you thousands after you move in. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 things you need to know before buying a new construction home, so you don't regret one of the biggest investments of your life. And stick with me because number 5 might save you from a move-in date disaster, and number 7 might be the one thing that protects you from saving thousands of dollars on repairs that you thought were covered. Trust me, I've seen it happen more than once. I'm Shannon Green, a realtor here in Austin, and I help people every single week navigate the new construction maze. If you're thinking about making a move, whether it's buying, selling, investing, or relocating, my contact information is in the description below. No pressure, just a real conversation about what's best for you. Up first on the list, builder reputation and quality control. Let's start with builder reputation. Not all builders are created equal, even though they might be in the same neighborhood. You might think just because a builder is offering homes in a $600,000 neighborhood that they're going to deliver a $600,000 quality home, but that's not always the case. I always tell my clients, do a little detective work. Look up the builder's past projects, check for consistent complaints, and then see how they handled those issues. Were they quick to fix problems, or did they leave homeowners hanging? These are things that a builder sales rep is not going to mention when you walk into the model home. A good builder will have a reputation for delivering on promises, but a not so great one will leave you frustrated, especially after closing when you need them the most. That's why I help my clients vet builders up front, beyond just looking at the website photos. And number 2 on the list is standard features versus upgrades. The model home trap. So let's talk about model homes. You walk in, the floors are stunning, everything in it is beautiful, the kitchen looks like it should be on HGTV, and the backyard is a mini resort. And you're thinking, this is exactly what I wanted. But here's the catch. That model home is the builder's showroom. Most of what you see is an upgrade. Granite countertops, probably an upgrade. Fancy tile backsplash, upgrade. Extended patio with an outdoor kitchen, definitely an upgrade. Even things like extra lighting fixtures or upgraded doors not be included in that base price. This is where I come in. I help my clients go through the standard features list line by line. This way we know exactly what's included in the base price and what's going to cost extra. Because nobody wants to know that the home that they thought was going to be $550,000 is now $625,000 once all the essentials are added in. It's not that upgrades are bad, it's just about going in with your eyes open. And number 3 on the list, contracts and builder-friendly fine print. This one is huge. Builder contracts are written by their attorneys for their benefit. That's not a knock on builders, it's just business. But it just means you have to be very careful about what you're signing. I've seen contracts where builders will limit your ability to bring in independent inspectors, or where they give themselves wide leeway to delay construction with no penalties. One of the sneakiest ones, clauses that cap your remedies if major defects are found after closing. This is why having your own agent, someone that represents you, not the builder, is crucial. The builder's sales rep might be very nice and helpful, but at the end of the day, their job is to sell the builder's product, not to advocate for you. When I represent my clients in new construction, I'm looking at those contracts with a fine-tooth comb and making sure you're not walking into a one-sided agreement without realizing it. Thinking about relocating to Austin or the surrounding areas? Well, I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research, and I've linked it down below. From top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other things you might need to know before making the move. And the best part is it's 100% free. Just click the link in the description or the top pinned comment. I hope that helps. Number 4 on the list, upgrades, lot premiums, and hidden costs. The base price is just a starting point. There are lot premiums. If you want a larger lot or one that backs up to the greenbelt instead of backing up to a neighbor's fence, you're going to pay extra for that. Elevation upgrades are another one. You might see a beautifully designed front exterior on the model home thinking that that is how it comes. Nope, that is usually an upgraded elevation that comes with a price tag. Then you have the design center where the real fun and the real expenses start to pile up. Flooring, countertops, fixtures, hardware, it all adds up quickly. This is especially true when you're building from scratch, where you get to pick everything from the ground up. This is where it's really important to have a game plan and a budget in place while you're going through this process. This way you're not getting overwhelmed when you start seeing those price tags start to stack up. Now, if you're looking at an inventory home, also called a spec home, that's a different story. These are homes that the builder had already designed and planned out, often to keep construction moving quickly. What you see is what you get. And the price tag tends to be more predictable. You might have less flexibility in choosing finishes, but you also avoid that design center whirlwind. Either way, whether you're customizing from scratch or buying a home that's already been planned out, I always sit down with my clients and walk through those numbers up front. The goal is to know exactly where your budget stands before you get too emotionally invested. Number 5 on the list, construction timeline delays and flexibility. If you're on a tight schedule, this is critical. Builders will often give you a projected completion date, but that's exactly what it is, a projection. Supply chain issues, labor shortages, weather, permitting delays, these are all things that can factor into pushing your completion day back. I've seen clients who planned to end their lease on the timeline that the builder gave, only to have their move-in date pushed back by sometimes weeks, if not a month or more. That's stressful and can get expensive. That's why I always recommend a backup plan. Whether it's negotiating a lease back on your current home, having flexible moving arrangements, or even a short-term rental, planning for this ensures not scrambling at the last minute. Now, if you're considering an inventory home, the timeline is usually much more predictable. These homes are typically already under construction or almost finished, which means you can close in a matter of weeks or just a few months. Plus, builders will often offer incentives on inventory homes to move them faster. So it's definitely worth considering if timing is a factor for you. A little flexibility up front can save a lot of headache later. Now for the question of the day. For those of you that are thinking about making the move to the Austin area, where are you coming from? And what's the main reason that you're leaving your current area? I'm truly curious, so make sure that you let me know in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts, you can leave those in the comments below as well. Or even better, you can call, text, or email me. My information should pop up on the screen. Number 6 on the list is inspections and quality assurance. One of the biggest myths about new construction is that you don't need an inspection because, well, it's new. But new doesn't mean perfect. Builders have superintendents that are overseeing several homes at once. And with the fast pace of construction, things can and do get missed. I've had clients where inspectors have found that the HVAC wasn't installed properly, where plumbing leaks could have turned into future water damage, and even insulation gaps that could have killed their energy bill. That's why I always recommend hiring a third-party inspector. It's a small investment, but could save you thousands of dollars in repairs and a lot of frustration down the road. It's your peace of mind that you are moving into a home that is built the way it should be. And number 7 on the list is warranty coverage. What's really covered? So let's talk about warranties. Builders love to talk about their warranties as a selling point, but you really need to understand what they cover and what they don't. Most builders offer a 1-year warranty that covers cosmetic things like nail pops, paint touch-ups, minor drywall cracks. After that, you'll usually see a 2-year warranty for systems like plumbing, electrical, HVAC. Then there's the big one, structural warranties, which typically last around 10 years. But here's where it gets tricky. What you and I might consider a structural issue might not qualify under the builder's definition. For example, if your foundation shifts, but it's within their acceptable tolerance, they might not be obligated to fix it. And you don't want to find that out after the fact. That's why I always coach my clients to ask detailed questions up front. What's covered? What's not? Who do you contact for warranty claims? And what's the process if something goes wrong? It's better to get all that in writing now than to assume you're being covered and being left frustrated later. Hey guys, I'm Shannon Green, and as much as I love making these videos, there's one thing I love more, and that's helping families and people from all over make the move here to Austin. I've helped countless people make the move, so whether you're coming out next week, next month, or next year, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact information is right here on the screen, and it's linked in the description in case you missed that on-screen pop-up. And I look forward to helping you and your family make the move to Austin. So here's the bottom line. Buying a new construction home is not a one-size-fits-all process. If you're building from scratch, you're gonna have the ability to choose everything from your lot to your design finishes. But you'll also need to be prepared for a longer timeline, potential delays, and a much more involved decision-making process. On the other hand, if you are looking for an inventory home or a spec home, a lot of these choices have already been made. And that can be a really good thing if you're on a tighter timeline, or if you're just not interested in getting into the weeds of making all the decisions at the design center. Plus, builders often offer incentives on these homes to move them faster. Both options can be fantastic. It just depends on your priorities, your budget, and how much flexibility you need. The key is going in with a game plan and having someone in your corner throughout the process. That's exactly what I do. I work with people every week who are buying, selling, investing, or relocating. If you're thinking about making the move here to Austin or the surrounding areas, feel free to reach out. You can call, text, or email me. All my information is in the description below. No pressure, just a real conversation about what's right for you. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It's going to help more buyers avoid costly mistakes. And if you want more real-world real estate tips about the Austin market, make sure you subscribe and drop a comment below. I reply to all my comments, and I will see you on the next video.